Yo, welcome back to the channel. So, retiring in paradise with as little as $300 per calendar month. Now, is this even possible? The answer is, yeah, it is possible. It's not going to be paradise, but a lot of Madagascar retire on a lot less than $300 a month. There's a lot of people who retire on $100 a month. So, being a foreigner, there's no reason why you can't live like a Madagascar and retire on $300 a month. Now, if you see this little hut in the middle of the screen there, next to the red building, between the red and the yellow buildings, that, you could probably rent that for $40 a month or something, $30 a month. It's not going to be very expensive, and it's right by the beach. It's in a good location in paradise. So, that would be $50, say. On top of that, you're going to need food. Now, food, it can be expensive. You want to go to the restaurants and all that, and every day, and the bars and all the rest. It can cost a lot of money. You can spend easy $500 a month on food, just going to restaurants and bars and stuff like that. But if you eat at home and you eat in the local little street restaurants and stuff, where they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner and stuff, you can eat cheap. Like a breakfast, for example, you could have banana or some fresh fruit, some bread with some butter and jam, a tea and a coffee, and you'd probably be looking at less than 50 cents a day to have your breakfast. Your lunch and your dinner, you can have a simple pasta with sauce or rice with fish. It costs 50 cents again. So you're looking a day, maybe $2 a day for food. If you want a night out, you can have a night out. I mean, obviously on $300, you can't have a night out every night. But there's no reason why you can't have a night out once a week and have like 3 or 4 beers and a pizza. It's going to cost you less than $10 for 4 beers and a pizza. The bus ride to get there and back is going to be like 50 cents each way. So it's not exactly dear. Obviously, you're not going to have things like a catamaran. You're not going to have like a mason that's sitting on the top of a hill like this one over here, like, you know, one at the top of this hill here in the middle of the screen. You're not going to have anything like that. What you're going to have is more things like friends that have got those sort of assets, you know. If you've got a friend who's got a nice house, you can go and knock round and say, hello, come round for Sunday lunch. Yeah, or pick us up. You can get picked up on a Sunday afternoon and pick me up in the Land Cruiser, and then we'll go for a drive. We'll go out in the catamaran for a fishing trip on your friend's catamaran. So just because you don't own these sort of assets doesn't mean like you can't utilize somebody else's assets for nothing. And that's quite possible. As I know lots of people in Madagascar who've got nice assets, and lots of other people who constantly go round to their friends' houses and take advantage of their friends' assets. You know, is it possible to borrow your motorbike for the afternoon? I'll bring it back later on. Of course it is, my friend. No problem. I've got the car. You know, all the time. So there you go. You don't have to own the assets to enjoy the assets. So there you go. So how much you're going to actually need to spend £300 a month and retire for the rest of your life in Madagascar? You're going to need $120,000. You put the $120,000 in the S&P 500. Probably use a Vanguard S&P 500 if I was you, right? Because it's a low fee. And then if I was you, you could draw down 4% a year, but 120,000. If you draw down 3% a year, it'll give you £300 per calendar month, and it's a safe drawdown rate. You're going to get, even if you retire at like 25 years old, 30 year old, your lump sum shouldn't be affected if you're only drawing 3%, in my opinion. Now, obviously, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's just a fun video. But it gives you an idea that it is possible to basically say, I've had enough, get $120,000 together and book a flight. Obviously the flight's going to be on top of the $120,000, and it's probably best to get another $10,000 emergency fund, so you've got a bit of backup cash until you get yourself settled into your new lifestyle. But even at $150,000, it's not a great deal of money, and it's not an amount of money that you can't get together within 3 or 5 years if you put your mind to it. Yeah, no matter where you are in the world. You know, even if you're in India, big shout out to me Indian viewers. I've got a lot of Indian viewers. So even if you're in Calcutta or something like Mumbai, you can save money, and you can come and live in Madagascar. You can get a visa, you can come and live here. So there you go. That is my retirement plan for $300 a month with 120,000 invested in the S&P. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Give us a like, give us a sub.